Representative Kirsten Harris-Talley here, taking some pause from floor action to say hello. I'm so excited today. I got to have my first bill pass off the floor.
Substitute House Bill 1331 on third reading and final passage. Remarks. The good member from the 37th, Representative Harris-Talley.
Thank you, Speaker. I am so honored to bring forward 1331 for consideration.
Thank you. Please proceed.
Thank you. I'm proud to introduce this bill 1331 for consideration of equity when it comes to impact fees and childcare. As a mom, we have a young one in kindergarten, and I know how important it is to have childcare in our community that reflects our community and reflects our needs as families. For too long, there's been an inequity in our impact fees considerations. Impact fees are fees that are assessed by cities and counties as new construction is happening. And that inequity has meant that for too many communities, there's been a shortage of childcare facilities as it adds more cost to the consideration of opening these centers that our communities need. Sometimes as much as 5 times the cost of retail centers or others who are in these same spaces. So for me, this is about equity, making sure our rural communities, our Black, Indigenous, and communities of color, our immigrant and refugee communities can build the childcare centers we need, and that they don't have to worry that the cost of building those centers is out of reach. For that and many reasons, I am excited for the discussion and hope that folks support this important bill to have one more piece of equity for the providers in our communities to be able to build the childcare we need. Thank you.
Thank you. The good member from the 37th, Representative Harris-Talley.
Thank you, Speaker, and I appreciate the considerations from the good member from the 2nd District and the 12th District. I worked very closely with the local municipalities and counties for these considerations. I, too, know how important it is for us to have local revenue and not have a shortage there. And quite frankly, all over Washington state currently, different jurisdictions are making different determinations around impact fees already. In my district alone here in the 37th, within Seattle, we don't assess impact fees. Yet my neighbors in Skyway, with the largest concentration of Black families, does, as do my neighbors in Renton. That's why we worked closely to have consideration of other savings for families that would allow in that decision making, including a 25% consideration of key ECAP recipients within these facilities. I also want to note that part of the reason we've seen some of the inequities of 5 times as much fees is because of the way these calculations are assessed on childcare centers that do not match the other types of businesses and sectors. So really, this is about right sizing these early learning and childcare centers with what's already a practice for other types of businesses and not giving any more advantage than other types of business already have in those calculations of impact fees.
Thank you. Additional remarks? Seeing none, the question before the House is final passage of Substitute House Bill 1331. The Speaker is about to open the roll call machine. The Speaker has opened the roll call machine. The Speaker is about to lock the roll call machine. The Speaker has locked the roll call machine. Clerk will take the record.
Madam Speaker, there are 73 yeas, 25 nays, 0 excused.
Having received a constitutional majority, Substitute House Bill 1331 is declared pass. The good member from the 37th, for what purpose do you rise?
Rising for a point of personal privilege.
Please proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I ask you to please join me in congratulating my new seatmate, Representative Harris-Talley, on the accomplishment of passing her first bill in the House of Origin.
Congratulations.
We also had the pleasure yesterday to vote on banning private prisons. And today we also voted on making sure that every person impacted by incarceration has their right to vote, re-enfranchise. So a good set of days for equity. Our first 2 days on the floor. Could not be happier to have my first bill in the mix. I hope you all are well. Keep paying attention. Keep showing up. Be well. Bye.